You are very generous. No, in terms of discipline, desire, commitment, nothing to say, no. I really think, that they gave everything. So I told them, obviously, Bale once again, unfortunately made the difference, but you can appreciate the goal he scored. It's obvious that they should score even before. They deserve to stay 1-0 up early, but in terms of commitment, desire, I have to only say thanks to the players, but that should be normal. It's obvious my frustration is because I don't have some quality for cause more problems to the opponents, but in general today, yes, I'm very happy because after what's happened during the week, it wasn't easy. Coming here, with 11 adults, 6, 7 adults, some youngers on the field, start 11, and 6 kids on the bench wasn't easy. Until the end, we were nearly, to pick a point. That is the only good thing that it's happened today.
You thought Barty wasn't involved. There's obviously been stories about him, Paolo. Can you explain what happened?
You know more than me. I discovered I saw the picture, in a website, the morning later of the night that they spent out. So what I have to tell you is out from my squad. It's obvious how I can play a player that probably is blurry for 3-4 days after what's happened. But more important, how can play a player? I want to deliver a very clear message. I wanted to deliver since the beginning that there is not excuse to behave like he did because Wigan lost the game, now we stay up. Otherwise, every time we are going to beat Man United, what we're going to do? Or maybe after Newcastle game. What are we going to do? Spend the 2 nights out because we are happy? I can understand if we win a Champions League or maybe a FA Cup. Even I can have a 2 glasses of red wine. I can understand because I know that there is different culture because it happened also to me, not to do what happened to him, but celebrate. We have a cup. With Juventus, I eat more in the night and more drink, but in the summer, I can imagine because I don't want to change the culture of the people. But I told them the day before, from now I will be more strict because I will judge you more carefully because now we have to improve our professionalism because we have to respect the dignity of the club, the fans, because they still follow us in 2,000, 3,000 people, and the rules of the sport because like we were happy when Swansea won against Wigan, we have to make sure that we give everything to put in difficulty Tottenham because Arsenal, obviously for ourselves, but also for the others. The most important thing is for us, but also for the sport in general. They have to care about what's going on around us, But if you don't respect yourself, how you can respect the others?
Is he? Do you think does that affect his future at the club? Because obviously,
I will think really careful. Always I give it a second chance to the people. But we're talking about 31 years of age, not a kid, with a family at home. I'm not here to be a priest that have to convince the people to behave different, but I have to talk about my club and my team. We have a fantastic academy. We have youngest that they have the changing room next to the adults. If we don't punish this kind of behavior, what are we talking about? Fantastic academy. They clean the booths. They say good morning to everybody. They're very educated people. But the adult example for them and the best and the worst example are next to them. If we don't punish this kind of behavior, how they grew up thinking, laugh about what they saw in the website, the picture, and maybe they think it's fantastic, behave like a gangster. That's what mentality we're going to deliver. Because sometimes I discover, not only at Sunderland, in many other places, unfortunately, there is always a fantastic box, Christmas box, fantastic, the academy, many lights, potentiality, money, and then inside, especially you maybe, you want a good diamond inside, I don't know, the guy, good diamond inside, and there is what there is. a piece of chocolate open already. So maybe it can be good anyway, but we have to put something in this box. Otherwise, we will talking, and we close our eyes, and then we're never going to change. In the future, we'll be very clear with the club.
Is this an English profession?
No, English in general. But it's obvious that's a different culture, you know. I don't want to change the culture because I love England. So when you decide to work in an environment, there is positive and negative. I know that this part, I was speaking with Andrea before, is normal, but not often and not in a wrong time, because there is time and time. I told you before, tonight, I can imagine. Even, you know, after the game, after Newcastle, I can imagine, but not like we saw, because that is something really wrong. It's disgusting me even to see this image for the club. It's not about I went out with my friend, get back home at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, which is late anyway for me, but you can close one eye, and not full of alcohol and walking like this. We are athletes. They are athletes. I'm old. They have to behave well. It takes 3-4 days. Experience. I realized in the morning, because I didn't see the picture, to be honest, I told Fabrizio, to my assistant manager, I don't play Phil Sunday at today. Why? Look, I speak to him, he look in the sky. He can't listen what I'm going to tell him. He's blurry. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened. The day after I discover what's happened. Obviously, I read my player. Something went wrong the day before. And unfortunately, I discovered that it was a really, really bad situation. Not only him, because I discovered that out with him there were others players. But the others left the two guys before to get into the casino and stay there until early in the morning, which is completely different, because obviously Tuesday night they went out together, have a dinner and watch, you know, the game, Wigan and want. They are allowed to do this. Have a drink, they celebrate, they were happy, I can imagine. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight. But don't exaggerate. What I saw is not acceptable for my club and for my squad. That is not acceptable.
Paolo, you've made a few changes this season. Why for you trying to change the mentality of the team, which is probably number one. But what else do you plan to change next season to improve the club? Yeah,
it's obvious that talking about mentality is not only the manager. It's difficult. All my staff. We have to make sure that when we bring players, we have to make sure that they are good professionals, because they have to infect each other. Otherwise, from outside, their dressing room is their kingdom, you know what I mean? So I can deliver a good message, I can put the strict rules to help them to understand that we have to behave in a different way, but we need to bring 6-7 players that they got a very high professional ethic, you know, and then can infect each other, you know, help each other in some way. Otherwise, from me, it's difficult. That is the mentality, you know. In general, we need to bring quality players. Quality in different area of the field up front is crucial, because for win a game you need to score. We don't score many goals.
Paolo, by coincidence, Harry Redknapp's been talking about having to find one particular player at his club.
Sorry?
Harry Redknapp's been talking after his match today, and he said he's had to find one particular player more than he earns during the short time he's been here this season. Are you finding that you've had to find more players than you expected to, having gone to a club with so many professionals?
At the beginning I thought it was difficult. Week by week, daily, I discovered that we had more and more problems than what I expected. So this is why when I said everybody that we made a miracle, because what we discovered this week is only one aspect of the problem we got, in my opinion. It doesn't mean that we have more worse problem than this. It doesn't mean that everybody go out every night, have a drink session. No, in general, talking about professionalism or the job we want to deliver or rules, I go mad because I'm telling you this. What's happened to Barnsley is a far past for me, for what's happened the last 3 days. Few other players. In a week, I gave in 7 player hands, 7 fine. Even for a small things, no? Half an hour late. Sorry? To my squad today, they decide I don't train today. They make the diagnosis, the diagnosis themselves. One player didn't go to Academy of Lights because he said, yesterday I had a poison food. Okay, sorry. Are you the doctor? The doctor tried to contact him, 3 hours, switch off the telephone. This is the situation at Sunderland. This is why I tell you, we made a miracle. We made a miracle. Previously, 8 games, 3 points. With Di Canio, 7 games, 8 points. That is the miracle we made. Without the strikers, because before there was Fletch available, Stefan available, Craig available, the 3 top strikers. That is the miracle we made. But we can't make a miracle forever, so we have to change a lot of things. Oh, maybe I'm going to tell you this and tonight they're going to sack me. I don't know. But if you want to change something, they have to follow me. Otherwise, it's difficult to get better results than what they got in the last few years.
Have you spoken to the owner about all of these problems?
I think, obviously I will get a chance when I can meet him. Obviously, we are going to sit at the table and go through. But obviously he knows many things. And the way he sounds before, because I spoke to him before by telephone, he told me we are going to change many things. This is what he told me before at the telephone. Relax, don't be mine because we are going to change many things. So he sounds that support me completely. We will see in the future.
Paolo, have you found the players, the other 7 players, for similar offences to Phil Bardsley?
Sorry?
Have you found them because they have been out as well?
No. Different reasons, different rules. Some.
Pitch, they've broken your rules.
But not my rules. The rules that you got in every club. Because if you are injured, you know that you got plan. In the morning you got treatment. In the afternoon you have to go in the pool. And you leave at lunchtime. And you switch off the telephone. And nobody can contact you for all day. You have to get fined. But this is not Paolo Di Canio. When I gave the fine in his hand the day after, he was surprised. Before was normal to leave the training ground, switch off the telephone. I don't go through the job that I have to do. And then the day after, everybody forgot because it was more convenience. I don't have a friction probably with the player. I don't care to have argument with my players, but they have to go through the rules. This is what is one. And then a few others, if you think after Aston Villa, we lost 6-1 if I am not wrong. We gave the point at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Someone arrived at 20 past 4. Like if it's not. No, I didn't get the appointment to them at 7 o'clock in the morning. I can understand, you don't sleep. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, someone arrived. What sense of responsibility they got? They live 5 minutes from Academy of Lights. I was waiting them in the corridor. 3, 4 players arrived by walking. I can imagine, you late, you run, sorry. This was the behavior in Premier, a club that spends every year millions and millions. Is not acceptable. I thought that as Swindon League 2, arrogant, ignorant footballers in some way, so they don't know exactly, because not many chances to stay at the top level. I have to tell you, unfortunately, I found a worse environment in terms of discipline in this club. It's not Helly's fault. It's not because he put all he got in this, but I don't know. But this is what I found in the last few weeks. So we have to change completely. It will be very hard if I don't receive the maximum support from the board because I know that every time that the player will go to the PFA, the PFA will call, and then you have to let them speak, you have to let them try to explain why, they excuse people that behave like Phil Barnsley, and your hand like this because you can't find them, but let them speak, let them explain why. What do you need to speak when you see this? They get fined. They under a private club. PFA don't pay them. It's a private club that pay them. And we have to defend the profession, the dignity. They have to now try to understand because for a player we received already a phone call. It was a misconduct, a clear misconduct. But you have to, hey lads, the club pay them. The club pay them. Not you. It happened to me as well many times. So now we have to be more sensible. But it's very difficult to change.
The players that you've had problems with, will they still be at Sunderland next season if you can control that decision?
No. Not under me.
Paolo, how will you react if you don't get the financial backing to make the changes that you feel are required? How will
No, I don't know. No, I don't want to talk about this situation. I know that there is a plan. I told already, it's clear the picture in front of me, so I told what we need. I don't want to talk about financial. No, because we have said, I am a head coach. The others have to handle the financial situation, the money, but I will ask, I need this kind of player with this quality in this position of the field. Show me the player we can go and pick. I tell you, yes, this one is okay, this one is okay, because I don't want to know nothing about money. The club have to spend money, not Paolo Di Canio.
Paolo, you talked about holidays before. You definitely cut their holiday time now for the rest of the summer.
For the players, you mean? The next 2 days we will be in together. Because previously, once again, the people used to organize during the week from London. We go to Hawaii, to Miami. We go there, and they was thinking, for 5 days, organize the bags. My wife, my boyfriend, my daughter, we go together. Not possible. Today we fly back as a team together. We go back in our city. We stay tomorrow together, lunchtime with the kid sponsor because we have a job to do. Okay, we are lucky for this, and then 3 players they got in international football with their national teams. The others until Wednesday we will be together, enjoy 2 training sessions, then they can go holiday.
Can I just ask you about today and
But you still open the box with the diamonds.
diamonds is fine. And the 2 penalties Tottenham thought they had, and what you thought of Gareth Bale getting booked for diving.
I didn't see. I saw only the challenge shoulder to shoulder. I don't know if there was cross legs. I don't know what's happened. It's difficult to be honest. Now it was difficult for me to focus. My attention in this aspect. Obviously, the Bale yellow card can be yellow card or can be penalty. Sometimes it's 50-50. I saw there was a contact, but not clear for give a penalty. The other one, I don't know. Probably the shot that was a rebound with this. I don't know if it was completely open. Normally, if you cover more space, you open your arms. It's a penalty. By if it's close, I don't know. It was once again 70 yards from me. I know it's difficult for me to judge. I didn't see yet again the clip.
That Spurs can compete with Arsenal, Chelsea. They're in the Champions League now. They're going to try and hold on to Gareth Bale.
With this manager, with Andre, and with 2, I don't want to say many, but 2 or 3 top, because to get there now it's easy for Tottenham with this manager. But that bit, it take a lot, and you need a big quality, big quality. And not a top striker, because before the Bajor they can guarantee goals, but they need a top striker in my opinion front. This is my opinion. I got problem, but for read because I'm curious to read, and they need another 2 top footballer. In my opinion, they are in a very contention for win the league. because you can imagine next year Manchester City, Chelsea, they're going to reinforce their team. Probably Mourinho going to come back, you know. But the job they have done this year is amazing already. It's already amazing. Thank you. Bye-bye. Be careful, don't lose your diamond.